Okay, she's very new to all of the things.
Why is everyone asking about like not touching them on period? If I had a son and my son turned around and said, I choose my mom over my wife, I'm smacking the shit out of him.
Hi cuties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have Acid Rani.
Hey! And here we are with our fuck patriarchy shirts.
Misogyny kills.
Shout out We For She. You're so cute.
Yes. She got it for me from Mumbai.
Yeah.
Thanks to her. I have in all the coats and these are really pretty. She is gonna do my makeup today and my skin is really bad. I hope.
I'm gonna do my makeup look, my everyday makeup look, which is super simple, like no foundation, no nothing, just a little pizzazz, so it's not anything super crazy, but I want to see how it looks on you.
Yeah.
Especially because I think what I do differently than Indian girls is like, I love bronzer. I tan myself the fuck up. And I think most Indian girls, like when they see that I have bronzer, they're like, why do you have this? I'm like, why would you not have this?
I don't have bronzer in my complete makeup kit.
Exactly. Most people are like that in India, I've noticed, but like I can't go without bronzer. Oh my gosh.
We also have these questions that you guys have asked in the poll. Yeah, we can discuss that while you do makeup.
Cool. You can see we're clearly professionals.
So professional. So someone has asked, I'm not taking the name because they have mentioned to not take the name. Why don't women get the inheritance property? What do you think? Like, do you know this, that women don't get inheritance property? Mostly.
This is an Indian problem because we don't have this back home. We don't have the concept of inheritance as much as you guys do in India.
And because of inheritance, the girl child issue is there. So they don't prefer to have a girl child because they would have to give dowry instead of inheritance. You get it? So it all is linked, and that's why this question exists. Like the inheritance issue is basically the parent gives the whole property to the guy or the brother rather than the sister because they
That's so stupid. That's so fucking stupid.
because they think like woman is a pariah dhan. Do you know the pariah dhan concept? Okay, she is very new to all of the things.
I feel like every day I learn something new about India and I'm like, but why? But I don't get it. Like my brain just stops functioning.
And since yesterday we are talking and I'm telling her like some period concept. We were talking regarding how women on period are treated as untouchable in some families. And she was like, whoa.
Because we asked these questions online and then I was like, why is everyone asking about like not touching them on period? I'm like, because for me, I'm the opposite. Like for me, periods are so beautiful. I've talked about this so openly. Like I love periods. So I'm like, I didn't understand. And then she told me something about periods and achar, like something to do with achar and like.
You don't touch the bottle of achar. My like Indian girls know this, Desi girls know this, that you don't touch the bottle of achar when you're on a period, which is obviously a stereotype. So I told her that and she was like, what?
Because I had heard about this achar thing, so I asked somebody who was Bihari, and she was like, no, Tanya, it's because I was like, why can't girls on their period eat achar or whatever? And she was like, no, it's because they don't want girls to work, and achar takes a lot of effort to make, so they make this rule that don't touch the achar to give the girls rest. So I didn't understand it then, and I definitely don't understand it now because what the fuck? Okay.
What are you applying?
Like banana powder. The same one that you have in yellow. Oh yeah, you have it in
I have
white.
in white shade.
I don't like white anything on my skin. Like
I
Fair and Lovely, let's take them out of business. No de-tanning, no Fair and Lovely here.
Dude, I made a video where I told if I had to the hook was something like if I had to move with the toothpaste on my face with the rest of my life, I would rather move with the toothpaste than applying Fair and Lovely
Oh my
on
god,
my
yeah.
product.
Literally. And it's so hard because I've looked for skincare in India before and they're all de-tan. I'm like, bhai, मैं इतना मेहनत करके tan होती हूँ, फिर de-tan के लिए पैसे दूंगी, ये क्या बकचोदी है?
I think there are brands like that who are just selling insecurities and calling themselves, woke brand, but well, they're not. If you're selling insecurities.
भाई अगर insecurities भेजने वाले हो तो at least make sensible insecurities.
Exactly.
है ना? Tanning, like people in my country are getting skin cancer using tanning beds to have skin that we are born with. And people here are like putting chemicals to not, like I don't even, like this just doesn't function in my brain. I can't understand this. This is why, like, I don't often talk about, I love how you make content about the patriarchy and misogyny and stuff, but like a lot of it is news to me, you know?
I'll take the next question. Somebody asked, why feminism? Okay, rather than why, we can talk about what are your thoughts on feminism? What feminism mean to you?
Like, feminism means equality for everyone. Not just equality, but like the choice. But the thing is, I think, because when I was younger, I will admit, this is like a dark past of mine. I used to not understand the concept of feminism before I was actually ejected into the world as a woman. So I didn't understand inequalities, like when I was 16 or something. And I didn't understand like feminism, like the word femme is in there, like how could this be equality? I didn't get it. But the thing is, not only is it equality for everyone, male and female, and everything in between, but also I think like what a lot of people don't understand is that after generations, centuries of one type of group being behind the other, pushed down, you can't just one day in 2025 be like, now everything's equal, now you guys are all equal. It's like we have generations. So when I was in psychology school, in psychology course in high school, my teacher did this thing. It was so amazing. I will forever love him. He made everybody play Monopoly. He put us into groups of 3 and made 3 of us play Monopoly. One person, every time you pass go, gets double the amount of money. They have to pay half the amount of rent. They have to pay like half the amount if they want to buy something. Then person B plays normal Monopoly rules. Person C, every time they pass go, gets half the amount of money. They have to pay double the rent and they have to pay double the price. So he does this, and for one day we all play, and obviously person A is way more in lead and person C is way behind. Then the next day he tells everybody, get back into your groups, continue playing the game from where you left off, but this time all the rules are even. You're back to playing Monopoly the way that you're supposed to play. Obviously, even though the playing field has been even, the player A is still ahead because of the day before when they were ahead, and then person C is still way behind. So the thing I think about feminism, I think yes, it does focus on women empowerment, but that's because women are in need of it. We have centuries of women, and to this day, we're still the playing field is not even. But to this day, it's like women are being like held back. They're not allowed to do so many things. We need to focus on women empowerment because that's what's lacking.
Yeah, I completely agree with this. And based on my perspective as a kid, I used to hate the word feminist because they have made it as an insult. Oh, you are a feminist. Oh, you are a feminist kind. Like, bro, what's wrong about it?
Yeah,
I should reply, oh, you are not. So bad for you.
And the thing is, it's like men and women are both struggling because of the patriarchy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Somehow I also think there is a privilege that male gender as a group get, like male privilege also exists.
Of course.
But there are a lot more things that hurt both genders with patriarchy.
Absolutely. What are your thoughts on man children?
I was talking to a friend the other day and she just told me, have you noticed how there is no word for women, like women children? And this is the first time that has happened, that there is no term that similar term that insults women, and there is one for man. Usually it's the opposite.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And I was like, oh fuck, I've not noticed that. I think a man child is someone who is very emotionally immature.
For sure.
I have had some bad experiences with men previously.
Man children?
Yeah.
I think this is definitely way more normalized in India though. Like I think in India it's so normalized for men to not have to take care of themselves. Because yes, a man child is definitely someone who is emotionally immature, but also for me it's someone who cannot do the most basic things. Like beach raat mein ut ke, they can't heat up their own food. Agar koi aur nahi karega to phir majboori se like they'll eat junk food and then they'll complain about eating junk food kyunki who else is gonna.
The point is this, they brag about we are providers, we are protectors, but they can't even wash their own chaddis. Their mom washes it for them. Like, bro, you are not independent at all. Just stop bragging about something that you are not.
So that to me is a man child, and I think in the West, like we don't I'm sure they exist, but we don't see it as much. In India, it's like mama's boys are like very normalized here.
Yeah.
I've never seen so many the way that I see in India.
So I see a lot of like reels these days, which are basically comparing the man's mother with the wife. So these two are completely different relationships. Like,
Disgusting.
and how they are just putting women against each other. Okay, so the question usually asked is who would you give priority to, your mother or your wife? Like, bro, are you stupid? How is
You're
that even
sharing her
comparable?
body. You are putting a child in her. That is crazy. Women die in childbirth. Like that is so ridiculous. Like, oh, बीवी तो alimony लेके भाग जाएगी, लेकिन माँ तो हमेशा के लिए रहेगी साथ में.
Like,
भाई,
what the fuck?
I think that is so, it like appalls me that people think this is okay. And the thing is, if I had a son and my son turned around and said, I choose my mom over my wife, I'm smacking the shit out of him. I have failed as a mother if my son says that. That is so, like, I would literally be embarrassed. I'd be like, I'm putting you up for adoption. I don't care if you're 30. That's so embarrassing as a mom.
I think this is also something that goes way deeper into the conditioning of the kid, because बचपन से उनको यही सिखाया जाता है कि you have to take care of your parents once you are older, because the daughter moves to another family and she can't take care of her own parents, so they want a man or a boy in the family so that they have someone to take care when they are older. So this is a concept behind.
But it's the man's wife who's taking care of them, not the man.
Exactly, that's the point. They want a woman to take care of their own parents.
The first time I learned about this, I was in Rajasthan when I was 23, and I met this guy who was 20. He was like just turned 20 and stuff. And he was saying that he was married 50 kilometers away. He was married, had a girl. And I asked, like, oh, did you love her? Like, why'd you get married? And he was like, oh, mere baap, like, bimar ho gaye the. So he needed someone to take care of him. So he got his son married off, and now his wife stayed at his dad's house just taking care of his dad and a child that they had together, and he doesn't even go home. Like, this guy lives 50 kilometers away. That's the first time I learned about this concept. And then I also learned a lot that if a boy is out of control in India, they're like, shadi karwa do uski, wo biwi
Exactly.
sambhalegi. These kind of things are such culture shocks to me. It's insane.
I have seen this story, okay? A guy was so much alcoholic, does gambling. He was married off to a woman saying that बीवी आएगी तो सुधर जाएगा.
That's insane.
It's been years. He's still doing the same shit.
Probably, obviously.
And after that they say बच्चा कर लो सुधर जाएगा. भाई. It's insane.
But why? Okay, my question is, why would the woman's parents get her married to a guy like that? That's what I don't get.
Sometimes it's a case that they don't usually tell to them that the guy has this issue. So this
लेकिन
the
शक्ल
guys.
से पता नहीं चलता है क्या कि चूतिया है कि
अरे ये लोग बहुत कुछ छुपाते हैं शादी से पहले, and then they tell, like, in old arranged marriage this used to happen. They used to hide things from the other family and tell them after marriage or whenever they get to know, and they used to give them hope. Okay, नहीं ये ठीक हो जाएगा, शादी करवा के तो देखो, बीवी सुधार देगी. बीवी क्या है, फिक्सर है. मतलब this is so normal in India that a woman is treated as a fixer and as someone who can make a guy a good guy.
But then it's like ये छुपा सकते हैं, लेकिन अगर वो लड़की virgin नहीं है तो that somehow is like brought on the table. Like इतना पूछते हैं पर alcohol के बारे में नहीं पूछते and all that stuff. That, like, this is what's so crazy to me. Like, and like also like I really don't understand this. Like the culture of like the man is hitting the woman and then the family of the woman is telling the woman adjust to karna padta hai. This is very new to me, and I'm learning about this now. Like dowry debts, I think we've seen a rise in dowry debts. What do you think about this? Like, does this happen? Like,
I if you would have asked me this a year ago, I would have hoped for the best. Like the number of dowry deaths would reduce, but it's not reducing. We have seen a lot of cases now.
it's coming on the news a lot. And what I'm trying to do is I've been trying to do research on what happens to these men, but we don't really see much about it. Like, do they go to jail? Like, are they punished? Like, kya hota hai inko? Or do we just make a big scene about it and then forget about it and they live their normal life.
I hope they don't do that. But the thing is, the case happens, but it takes too long. Sometimes it takes way too long to get resolved, and we don't know the conclusion of it most of the times. So, जब तक वो case resolve होता है, तब तक everybody has forgotten about it.
It's just so shitty because these men know they can do anything and get away with it. And usually they do. That's the worst part because they know they're well connected. Like, it's just so ridiculous to me. I can't.
And it empowers them more to do anything and everything because they know they can get away with it.
And you know what the worst thing is? Like, I see a lot of these things where like a husband is mistreating the wife and the husband's mom is just standing there and she does nothing. Like, can you tell me about this? Like, why does the mother-in-law not stop her son from abusing another woman? And it's not just one or two. Like with the Vipin Bartha guy who lit his wife on fire, his mom was right there beside him.
I saw that video. Damn.
I don't understand like why these. Did you see the video of the guy hanging his wife from like a upper wale balcony?
I saw that.
And the wife is the mother is standing right next to him and not doing anything. Like ऐसे क्यों होता है इंडिया में?
What I think, mothers also not have complete control over their kid. So it's not like even if the mother say something, he would listen.
Is like the mom hating the daughter-in-law a very common thing in India?
It's the whole concept of Indian serials. It's like सास भी कभी बहू थी. Like बहू और सास का जो रिश्ता है, it is very very much filled of hatred and ताने. Like slightly hating each other, but with a soft voice, you know, just pretending, oh, तू तो हमारी बहू है, but bitching about her on her back. So this happens in most Indian families, and I don't blame them, but this is how they are trained.
That's so, because like, can we, okay, like something that I've been taught a lot in India is औरत ही औरत के दुश्मन होते हैं. And this is such a new concept to me. So like, I don't know, tell me about this.
औरत ही औरत के दुश्मन होते हैं is basically we are talking about patriarchal women who have this jealousy factor inside. So we are not talking about someone who is kind or who is, you know, who is a girl's girl kind of auntie or something. But when we talk about patriarchal women, yes, औरत ही औरत की दुश्मन होती है. But the point is, औरत को औरत की दुश्मन बनाया किसने? मर्द ने. I have seen this a lot. We hate patriarchal women a lot than patriarchal men. And I think we should not hate them because it's not their fault. It's a man's fault. Recently I saw a women's video telling that मेरा बेटा बोला है कि बॉलीवुड में सब women characterless हैं, this and that.
Oh, I've seen that video, yaar.
I have reacted to this also.
Oh my god, I've literally seen that video.
And I was like, dude, तुम्हारा बेटा गलत बोला है. And the point is, she trusts her son so damn much कि वो कुछ भी बोलेगा वो मान लेगी. And that's the saddest part.
I feel like in India, women are taught that the best thing you can be is a supporter to a man. So it's like, it's kind of romanticized. Like, I think even in Indian series, women are kind of shown as like the perfect woman is one who doesn't talk much. Like, this is a line I love to like say, but as a joke, I'll be like, don't talk about my husband like that. I don't have a husband, but I'll say this like casually, you know what I mean? Like, this is like romanticized, like the woman who like चुपचाप husband के पीछे हमेशा रहती है, ज़्यादा बोलती नहीं. Whereas the evil woman in like series or movies is always the one who's assertive.
Yeah.
And like speaks her mind and stuff.
Who is like literally straightforward. And उसको हम बोलते हैं कि oh, she's a villain. The idea of being a good girl is romanticized in every fucking movie or a series or anything. Like, it's kind of a good thing for a woman to be shy, to be silent, and she is rewarded for that.
Yeah. So let's get into some questions that I got on my page. People, like a lot of people ask me, as a man, how can I approach women and all that stuff, because I'm always getting rejected. But it's because of this. It's because women are taught, oh, be coy, be shy. You're not allowed to like be out there or whatever. So then men are like, oh, like, we want women who are good girls, but then how do we approach women? How do we talk to women? Women are literally taught, like, stay away from men because a good girl is one who doesn't interact with men. And then men are crying, like, we can't date women. We don't know how to approach women. Women reject us when we approach them, and it's like, what do you want from us?
And you are approaching definitely the wrong ones. If you want a good girl, go to your parents, they'll find a daughter-in-law for themselves. But if you have guts to be with a woman who is bold, who is empowered, don't get insecure by her empowerment.
I've been told by this guy that I dated कि तेरी जैसी लड़की के साथ प्यार हो ही नहीं सकता है, तू तो बस मजे के लिए है, शादी तो कभी नहीं हो सकता है तेरे साथ. He said all these things really affected me because I was genuinely in love with him. And then later he was telling me like तेरी character सही नहीं है and all that stuff. The whole time we were dating, he had another girlfriend of like 3 years.
Damn.
जो शादी प्यार तो नहीं था उस लड़की के लिए, लेकिन शादी के लिए ठीक है, फैमिली के साथ adjust कर पाएगी, समझ सकती है and all that stuff. So I like, to me, this concept, because I was 23, 24 I think when I met him, and I didn't know that things like this exist in India. This guy was from Haryana, and the worst part is like when I told my mom about things that would go on in our relationship, how he couldn't manage anything for himself, my mom told me, Tanya, he's from Haryana, they're raised to be like this, you can't blame him. So then I was like, okay, let me just shut up. And but it's funny because when we actually broke up, I kicked him out of the house, and then at the end we were like fine. I was like, let's leave on good terms, and he had gone to Bangalore and I had come to Bangalore just to kind of mend things so we can leave on good terms, but he thought that meant that we were gonna stay, like get back together. Okay. So then when I told him, nahi yaar, you have to go back to Delhi, like you can't stay with me. He told me, this is literally the line I told him. He was like, Tanya, मैं दारू छोड़ दूंगा, मैं सिगरेट छोड़ दूंगा, सब कुछ छोड़ दूंगा, but I promise I'll change. And then I was like, I can't expect you to, I was like, I appreciate that you're willing to change for me, but the problem is what you are today is what I was like when I was 12 years old, and I can't expect you to grow 10 years overnight. It's not realistic. And I literally told him, because I was like, अगर मेरे पास दुनिया होता मैं तुमको दे देती, लेकिन नहीं है तो नहीं दे सकती हूँ, वापस जाना पड़ेगा. And then he just like, we just kind of accepted it like that, you know what I mean? But I was like,
you got out of the trap really.
Hey, ये guilt tripping मेरे साथ, this doesn't work on me, bro. You got me fucked up. Call me a selfish bitch, but I'm not here to fix any man.
And the point is, men want a different girl for themselves, and men want a different girl for their family, like for their parents.
I know.
The core problem is this. And they even if they try to choose one they want, they'll try to change her according to her parents, according to his parents. And even if they got a girl which his parents like, they'll change her to be the one he likes.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. I mean, a lot of these people, like these men who are beating their wives, they genuinely hate their wives. And
I think they genuinely hate women in general.
Yeah, they do genuinely hate women.
And we are not, like, we don't talk about it enough. Like, men, I think men internally don't want to, like, hate women.
They do hate women, but then they cry when women are not having sex with them or dating them. So it's like, I don't understand. Like, they cry about how they're so lonely. They cry about this loneliness epidemic. They cry about how they're not getting sex. But then at the same time, they're the ones who judge women for having sex. Yeah. They're the ones who are like hating women. So somebody has asked a question, is it okay for a woman not to marry? What are your thoughts on, like, in India, women not marrying? Is it possible?
I think it's absolutely okay. It's your own decision. And nobody else should have the authority to make it for you. Not even your parents, not even the society, not any friend, anyone. Not even your partner. If you don't want to get married, anytime soon, you are saying, okay, usko shaadi karni hai, to main jaldi shaadi kar leta hu ya deti hu. Nothing. But this normal thing that I've said, not marrying, it is rebellious in India.